What's good everyone, it's Adam from imamusicmogul. Welcome to another remake video. In this one we're going to remake Gang Gang by Polo G and Lil Wayne, so let's jump right into it. First things first, let's go and change our tempo to 145 beats per minute. We're going to bring in Logic's Alchemy for that first main sound, the intro bit. Now that intro melody is essentially the main melody halftime, but we'll create it from scratch. We're going to go ahead and search for Sign, and we're going to go to the preset called Follow the Signs. And let's draw in that pattern. So there's that pattern right over there. Next, is going to create a new software instrument track. We'll get to the second sound, the keys that sort of layer right on top of that. And for this one, we're going to go to keys. Once again, we're going to search Sign. And we're going to use the preset called Gento Sign Bells. Let's go ahead and close that up over there, and let's draw in that pattern. This is actually going to be an 8-bar pattern. It's going to do something like that. All right, next let's go ahead and just add in some reverb on this here. We're going to go to Logic Space Designer. And we're going to go over to bring in a large space here. We'll go to Gunshot. All right, next we're going to go ahead and add in a pad. We're going to go to Logic's Alchemy. And we're going to go to type in a preset here, Air Choir Sweep. It's a pad sound, and we're going to use that sound. Let's go ahead and create that pattern over here. Actually, I'm just going to copy over this. It's pretty much the same thing. Stretch all those notes out. Except we're going to open up Logic's Alchemy here. All right, we have that in there. We're just going to lower in the back. All right, next up, we got to go to our library over here and just type in thunder to bring in some thunder sounds. All bring in this thunderclap as well. And let's just duplicate this over. Oh, let's stretch this out actually, and we'll duplicate this over. Alright, so there's our intro bit. Next, we just got to bring in a reverse effect that brings us from intro to the verse. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring in that sound right over here. And I'm just going to line it up with the end of the bar. And for this, I'm just going to bring in some reverb as well. Just bring that down a bit. Maybe lower that up. Alright, so there's our intro section. Next, we gotta create a new software instrument track. And let's create that main melody that we hear. Once again, we're gonna bring in Logic's Alchemy. And we're gonna search for a preset called Plucky Sine. Go ahead and use that one over there. And let's draw in this pattern. This one gets a little wild, so let's see how fast we can do it. Alright, so here's the pattern right here. That took forever, and I had to go listen back to the song because I didn't remember the pattern. Anyways, this is the pattern over here, and this is how it sounds like. Alright, and that just repeats itself. We're going to go ahead and adjust and manipulate the sound here on Logic's Alchemy. Then we're going to go ahead and bring in some distortion on the sound. We'll go to Logic's Overdrive. Just to make it more thicker. And we're going to go ahead and bring in a little bit of a delay to make this a little bit wider. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and bring in Logic Space Designer. We're going to bring in a preset, Outdoor Space Big Cave. I'm going to shorten the length here. I'm just going to bring in EQ just to filter some of those lows. All right, next I'm going to go ahead and create another software instrument track. I'm going to bring in Logic's Alchemy and we're going to layer up this sound. I'm going to bring this down over here. Copy over the same pattern. And we're going to go ahead and bring in a preset called String Dreams, I believe it was called. We'll use that Woody preset, just bring it down. All right, next all we gotta do now is add in some drums. So create a new software instrument track. And we're gonna go over to bring in the Gang Gang drum kit I've created for this tutorial. Right over here. And let's bring in our snare first. Next is bring in the hi-hat. Next is bring in the perk. Change this over to 32 steps. Next is bring in the clap sound. Bring in 32 steps once again. Then we gotta create another software instrument track. And I'm gonna bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. And I'm gonna bring in the 808 preset that we use quite a bit actually. And let's draw in that 808 pattern. Next is open up Logic's ES2 just to manipulate the sound a little bit. I'm going to bring up the attack so it's not so clicky. Bring up the drive a little bit. Bring down the release. And bring in Logic's multi-effects plugin here. The where is it? Let's go to Fat Effects. And I'm going to go to soft limiting and turn all this off. I'm just going to add in a soft clipper here, just a little bit. All right, and last but not least, we'll add in our kick. All right, just to add some texture to this sound, I'm going to bounce this in place. And I'm just going to reverse something like that. I'm going to reverse it. Just to create some texture in the background, I'm just going to add in a fade in and a fade out. Alright, so that's pretty much the track right there. I'm going to go ahead and arrange it and we'll come right back. Alright, so here is the arrangement down here, sort of truncated version of it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Listen to it, we just put together Gang Gang's Polo G featuring Lil Wayne. Let's go. Alright, so that right there is Gang Gang by Polo G and Lil Wayne. For your Logic users out there, I'm going to go ahead and save this entire session for you guys. Place it as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For your non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm going to go ahead and export the MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course include the drum kit that you heard in this remake. That playback will be down below the like button as well. That's it for me, guys. If you have any questions on this or just want to chat, let's go and talk in the comment section below. And as usual, we'll see you all in the next one. Later.